So I'm gonna show you how to make some barbecue sliders using oyster mushrooms. We're gonna start with a little bit of oil, a little bit of fresh garlic. You wanna let this brown a little tiny bit before you put your mushrooms in, because mushrooms will add water to the pan, and you don't wanna steam them, you wanna saute them. These are my mushrooms that I've already pulled apart. Now, oyster mushrooms are not super mushroomy. However, they have a great texture. So if you don't really like the taste of mushrooms, but you like the texture of mushrooms, this is a really good mushroom to choose. Once it's cooked up, it gives you sort of a pulled pork effect in your barbecue. It takes a few minutes for these to cook. We want them to brown and cook down before we put the sauce in. While that's cooking, I can show you how to make the slaw. I'm starting with some shredded cabbage and red onions. This is a spicy slaw. So I'm going to use chopped up jalapenos, fresh basil. Fresh herbs are always good in anything. A little bit of salt, some ground black pepper, and some lemon juice for a little lemony kick. I am adding in a tiny bit of agave for sweetness. Think of agave as a honey substitute. I'm using agave in my slaw because honey is not vegan. I'm also going to put a malt vinegar on my slaw. So now that I have everything in there, you want to mix it in and incorporate all of the ingredients. This is best if you do it the night before. Stick it in the refrigerator and let it set. What you will end up with is this. We want to coat the mushrooms and get the sauce cooking a little bit. It's important to have a little more, to have a little oil in here to add a little fat to the mushrooms, because you're not using an animal-based fat. Once those are in there, you can let it cook down a tiny bit more, and we need to prepare the bread. I am also going to use an aioli on my burger. If you go to any PCC or natural market, you can find a plant-based aioli. All I did was mix some barbecue sauce in it. Adds a little bit of richness to your burger. Mushrooms. The texture of this burger is going to be amazing. Slaw on top and a little more mushroom. These are kind of messy, but they're meant to be. Really good barbecue is messy. A little slaw on top here, and I like a little parsley. There we go. So there you go. Plant-based barbecue oyster mushroom sliders. Great for summer or anytime.